Okay. So we're going to get started lying on our backs on our mats. And you can lie down with your knees bent, soles of the feet will be on the floor. You can have your feet as wide as your hips or even a little bit wider if that feels comfortable to you. And then lie down. You can have a blanket under your head if that is better for your neck, or you can just have your head resting on the floor. And then let your knees tent in towards each other, like knocking towards each other. Just bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly and close your eyes. And take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. And again, like that, big breath in. Big breath out. And then just start to come back to your normal cadence and rhythm of breath. But start to, if you can, watch the breath. So pay attention to the inhale, the expansion of the body, the filling up, the newness there. And then as you exhale, the heavying down, that natural letting go. And just staying with that for a few breaths, inhaling deeply, filling up, and exhaling, letting go. Just kind of watching the breath, feeling the ground underneath you, allowing yourself to feel held and to feel supported by the earth, to be brought into this moment. And just 2 more breaths like that, breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Gently release your hands down by your sides and then step your feet so that they're in line with your hips. Your knees will be directly in line over your ankles, so separating your knees. From there, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Place your right ankle on your left thigh like a figure 4 shape. From there, flex the right foot. Draw the outside of your foot towards the outside of your knee. And then encourage the right knee away just from the strength of the thigh. From there, start to draw the left thigh in towards your body. And you can interlace your hands behind the belly of the left hamstring with your right leg in this figure 4 shape. Try to stay really grounded down through the low back. You can point and flex through the left foot if that feels good, just kind of warming up the ankle. Breathing into the opening of the right hip. One more big breath in, really draw the left thigh in. And then as you exhale, place your left foot down on the ground. Reach up for your right big toe with your right peace fingers. If that's inaccessible to you, as you lengthen the right leg up towards the sky, you'll bring your right hand behind your right thigh. Really flex through your right heel, regardless of where your right hand is. And then your left leg can stay bent as it is, or you might choose to lengthen it long on the floor. If you do that, stay really active through the left leg, flex through the foot, point all 5 toes towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in here, and a big breath out. Bring your left hand to your left hip, the top of it, let it get really heavy, and then start to open your right leg out towards the right, only going as far as you can stay really heavy through the left hip. If your pelvis starts to rock to the side, just draw the right foot back up towards the ceiling and really focus on the opening of the right inner thigh. And then bring your right foot back up towards the sky. Bend your right knee. Draw it back towards your right armpit like a half happy baby pose. Foot flexes. Hand can again be on the toes, or it might be on the back of the thigh, just drawing the knee back. And then gently release your right foot down to the floor. Knee is bent facing the ceiling. Bend your left knee, place left ankle on right thigh for that figure 4 shape. Flex through the left foot, draw the outer left foot towards the outer left knee. Encourage the knee away from you, and then draw right thigh in towards the chest, interlacing your hands behind the belly of the hamstring, breathing into the opening of the outer left hip. Let's take for one more big breath in. One more big breath out. Slowly step the right foot back down. Hold on to the left big toe with left piece fingers. Straighten your leg up towards the sky, or hold on to the back of the thigh. From there, keep your right knee bent or lengthen your right foot out on the mat. Flex through both feet. Really reach long through the back of both legs. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, open the left leg out towards the left. Right hand is on the top of right hip, keeping it really heavy down towards the ground. Notice if the pelvis starts to rock to the side, and instead, can you draw that right half of the pelvis back, really focusing the opening on the left inner thigh. Draw your left foot back up towards the sky, and then bend left knee, drawing it back towards your armpit for a half happy baby. Again, stay really active through this right leg so that the pelvis doesn't tip off the floor. Rather, we're really just working with the thigh that we're holding with our hands. And then release that down to the ground. Draw both knees in towards your chest, and just give yourself a little rock and roll on the floor, drawing little circles on the ceiling with your knees in one direction, and then go in the other direction as well. Just kind of evening things out. Drawing your knees into your chest, and if it feels okay, you're going to rock and roll on your spine, make your way up to sit. Otherwise, you might come to your side, press down into your hands, and then make your way up to sit. From there, we're going to come into a tabletop position. So knees will be directly underneath the hips. Shoulders are above the palms. If your knees are sensitive, you can take a towel or a small throw blanket, or if you have a yoga blanket at home, and place it underneath the knees. From here, just take a moment and bend your elbows and notice the direction that they're going in. If your elbows are bending out to the side, just take a moment to wrap the elbows back, finding that little bit of rotation in the shoulders, and then straightening the arms so that the eyes of the elbow, the inside part of your elbow, is facing more towards the corners of your mat. The elbow is wrapping back. And then from here, a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, tuck your toes, tip your pelvis, drop the belly, reach the heart forward, and look up. And then as you exhale, the tops of the feet press down, the belly draws in, the heart draws back, push the floor away, tuck the chin. Inhale, tuck the toes, tip the pelvis, belly drops, heart reaches forward, look up, stretch the heart forward. Exhale, press the tops of the feet down, tuck the tail, belly draws back, chin tucks in. Good. And then begin moving through that a few times on your own with your own breath, trying to really connect the inhale to that cow shape, and then the full length of your exhale will draw you back into your cat spine, and really working to link the breath to the movement. For a couple breaths, you might add on any additional movements that might feel good, like a wagging of the tail or circling of the shoulders. Just allowing yourself a couple breaths to see what feels good. And then making your way to neutral, stretch your right leg back behind you to the tip of the toe, just pulse through the heel for a breath. And then point your toe, flip over onto the top of your foot. Get really firm through your hands, so like push the floor away. And then as you inhale, lift the right leg. Be mindful of lifting through the leg, not tilting the pelvis or opening the hip. Keep the right hip dialed down. Keep a little bit of a tuck to the tail to draw the belly in. Good, slowly lower the foot down. Inhale, lift the leg back up to parallel. Exhale, lower the foot down. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift the leg up. Keep it lifted. Flex the foot. Press to the heel. Big inhale here. Exhale, curl in knee to nose and nose to knee. Round the upper back. Inhale, stretching out long. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, stretching out long. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, stretching out long. Just hold here for a breath. And then exhale, bring your right knee down. Stretch your left leg back. Tip of the toe, just pulsing through the heel. And then point your toe. Come over onto the top of your toe. Dial the left hip down if it's starting to creep up. And then keep the pelvis nice and neutral. As you inhale, lift the leg. Feel the working in the back of the leg. Exhale, slowly tap the foot down. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Exhale, slowly tap down. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, tap down. Last time, inhale, lift the leg. Keep it lifted. Flex your foot. Press your heel back. Reach to the crown of the head. Big inhale here. Exhale, curl in knee to nose, nose to knee. Inhale, stretching out long. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, stretching out long. Exhale, curling. Inhale, stretching out long. Just hold here. And then bring your left toes down to the ground. Step back to your downward facing dog. You can pulse through the, pedal through the feet rather. Shift your hips from side to side. Just making any little adjustments to your dog that feel good. And then finding stillness. Inhale, roll forward into a plank pose. Find your cat spine along the way. Exhale, elbows bend back, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, stretch your heart forward, reach your toes back for a baby cobra, and then exhale, tuck your toes, lift up and back for a downward facing dog. Look forward to the top of your mat. Push into your hands to lift hips up and back, and then start taking small steps all the way to the top of your mat. When you arrive, separate your feet about hips distance apart, it's about the width of 2 fists next to each other. Take a good bend in your knees, let your upper body really hang down and let go. Take a big breath in here, and a big breath out. Take a deeper bend in your knees, draw the low belly in, slowly tuck the tail, rolling your way up to stand. When you arrive, roll your shoulders up, back, and down a couple times, just allowing yourself to really arrive in your Tadasana pose. And then inhale, take a big breath in, Urdhva Stasana, reach everything high. Exhale, fold all the way down to the ground, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, reach your heart forward. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, take a big step back with your right leg for a low lunge. And then press into your hands, step back to a plank pose. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, shift forward on your toes, bend your elbows back. You can lower halfway down or continue to the belly. Inhale for your upward facing dog or your baby cobra. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Take a big inhale in, push through the hands, lift hips up and back. Big exhale out. One more big inhale, look forward to the top of your mat, rise up on your toes, take a big bend in your knees, and then looking forward, hop or step your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, reaching your heart forward. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Hands sweep high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow all the way back down to the ground, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your heart forward, reaching forward, lifting up halfway. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, press into your hands, step back with your left foot for a low lunge. And then push into your hands, create the space for your right foot to step back for your plank pose. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, shift forward on your toes, lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 big breaths. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale, rise up on your toes, big bend in your knees, hop or step your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow all the way back down to the ground, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, reaching your heart forward. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. This time you can hop back to your chaturanga or step back to your plank pose. If you're hopping back, land on soft elbows, reach the heart forward. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Inhale, rise up on your toes, look forward to the top of your mat. Big bend in your knees, hop or step your way forward. Inhale, reach your heart forward, lift up halfway. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, this time sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose. So hips draw way back through space. Try to find the deep bend at the knees and the hips. Heart reaches forward, and then once you find all of the setup of your lower body, draw the thumbs back to lift up through the upper back. Open the space of heart. One more big breath here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Make your way back through your vinyasa. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here and a big breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step up between your hands, spin your back foot down for a warrior 1. So both hips facing forward. You can have a little width between the feet, so less of a straight line or railroad tracks. Reach your hands high. Take a big inhale here and a big exhale out. Good, spin up on your back toes. Start to shift your weight forward, lean your heart forward, a little bit of an angled lunge. Press down into the right foot. Draw left knee in towards your chest. And then left ankle on right thigh. Sit back deeply into that half ankle to knee figure 4 chair pose like we did on our backs at the beginning of class. Really try to draw hips back, lean the heart forward. Take for one more big inhale. One more big exhale. Press down into your right foot to draw your left knee all the way back up. Come to stand. As you exhale, slow step back to a high lunge. Keep the hands lifted high. Big inhale here. Exhale, open to a warrior 2. So find that deep bend in the right knee, the pressing of the right knee towards the pinky edge side of your mat, of your toe. A little bit of internal rotation on the back thigh. Reach the hands wide. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Inhale, flip your front hands up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, find an extended side angle. So right forearm on the right thigh, left hand reaches up and over your head, and then watch what happens in the right knee. If your right knee starts to draw in, make sure you're really pressing the right knee back. So you're finding that opening in the right outer hip. Good, one more big inhale here. And then exhale, bring your left hand down to the ground, bring your right hand down to the ground, spin up on your back toes, gently deliver your back knee to the ground. And then heel toe your right foot wider on the mat, so both hands are on the inside of your foot. From there, a little bit of a lizard lunge. So reach the heart forward, press the hips forward. And for a big inhale here. Big exhale out. One more time like that. Big inhale in. Big exhale out. Tuck your back toes, straighten both legs, heel toe your right foot so it's back central on your mat for Parsvottanasana. You can hop the back foot in and out towards the left if that helps make the pose a little bit more accessible. Blocks can be under the hands if you don't have blocks. Just straighten your right leg as much as you can while your hands are on the floor. And then looking forward, bend your right knee, lift your left leg for a standing split. Try to really dial down the left hip, Feel the lift in the back of the leg, like you can reach your left heel towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in here, a big breath out. And then just slowly start to bend the right knee. Step your left foot way back behind you to refine that low lunge. Press into your hands, right foot meets left in a downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into a plank pose. Exhale, lower half or all the way. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it between your hands. Set up your warrior one. So right heel spins down, both hands reach high. Right hip draws forward, left hip draws back. So both hip points are facing the front of the room. Take a big inhale here. Really reach through the hands, reach through the heart. Good. Then spin up on your back toes. Start to angle your heart forward, like you're leaning forward. Let that bring the weight into your left foot. Draw right knee in towards your chest and then place right ankle on left thigh, like that figure four shape. Hands can come to heart center. Try to sit back deeply into your chair pose in this figure four shape. Heart reaches forward as the hips reach back. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Press down into your left foot to rise all the way back up. Right knee comes with you. And then slowly press the right heel back towards the back of your mat for a high lunge. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, warrior two, widening out towards the left. Find that deep bend in the left knee. The reach through the arms, strength in the legs. Flip your front palm, tip up and all the way back for a peaceful warrior. Big breath in here. And then exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm finds the left thigh. Right hand reaches up and over your head. Try to draw the right shoulder back. Continue to press the left knee towards the left. One more big breath here. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the ground. Bring your left hand down, both on the inside of your left foot. Spin up on your back toes. Gently deliver your back knee down to the ground. And then heel toe your left foot wide so you're in a lizard lunge. Really press the hips forward. Reach through the heart. Opening through the hips. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then tuck your back toes, straighten both legs, Parsvottanasana. You can hop the back foot in and towards the right as much as you need to seal down through the back heel. And then try to really draw the right hip back, left hip forward, even if that means maybe bending the knee. You can step your left foot a little bit more central on your mat. And then bend the left knee, reach the heart forward, lift the right heel for a standing split. And again, really try to dial down the right hip like we did on hands and knees and lift through the reaching of the inner heel, so the working of the back of the leg. One more big breath here. And one more big breath out. Slowly bend your left knee, step back to your low lunge, press into your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into a plank pose. Exhale, lower half or all the way. Inhale, find your upward facing dog or your cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look forward to the top of your mat, rise up on your toes. Take a big bend in your knees, hop or step your way forward. From the floor, chair pose, find that really deep bend in the knees, reach the hands high. Big breath in. Shift your weight into your left foot, bring right ankle to left thigh. Really try to sit back deeply now that you're a little bit warmer. Bring your hands to heart center, maybe reach the heart forward so that the elbows come in front of the shin. Press down into left foot to rise all the way back up. Just big breath in here. Exhale, refine your chair pose. Shift your weight into your right foot, this time left ankle on right thigh. Sit back really deeply. Hands come to your heart. Heart reaches forward. Elbows reach in front of the shin. And then press down into the right foot. Rise all the way back up to stand. Place your feet down next to each other. Exhale, just bring your hands to heart center. Okay, so we're gonna look at Ekapadagalavasana, which is the flying pigeon shape that we've been playing with today. So we're going to we'll start with the right leg first. And I'll demo first, I'll show you first, and then we'll talk through it. So you can, I'll cue through it as you're playing with it on your mat. So first, if you wanna just see it, I'm gonna come into my half ankle to knee chair pose, right? And I'm gonna try to sit really deeply, get my hips back really far, my heart really far forward. I'm gonna bring my hands down to the ground. Now, I don't wanna bring my hands down to the ground underneath my shoulders. I wanna walk them out in front of me so I have some place to go, to lean into, because I don't wanna have to pick my bottom foot, my standing foot out from under my body. I wanna just be able to like lift it up. So my hands are out in front of me. I'm gonna wrap my elbows towards each other. And I'm gonna bend my elbows back as I rise up on my standing toes. I'm gonna deliver my right shin across my triceps as high as I can. And then I'm gonna hook my foot, my right foot, on my left tricep with my toes flexing my foot like crazy. From there, I'm gonna start to lean my heart forward. As weight comes into my hands, I'm gonna push the floor away. So I'm leaning my heart forward, pushing the floor away. Maybe my back foot then gets a little bit light. I can squeeze it towards my heel or towards my tush. If I'm there, I might try to find that standing split feeling reaching through the back of the leg. Now I have to reach my heart forward as much as I'm reaching my leg back. But some things to think about. Hands need to go forward in front of you on the floor. Elbows squeeze towards each other to create a foundation. And then everything kind of pulls in and up. Really hook your foot on the tricep. So let's walk through it on the right side, if you'd like to. So come into your half ankle to knee pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Really find the opening through the hip. Now, if this is where you are, then this might be where your work is today. If you want to go further, reach your hands out onto the floor in front of you. And then really try to find grippy hands. Wrap elbows towards each other. Bend your elbows back like chaturanga arms. Deliver your shin onto your tricep. Hook the toes onto the left tricep. Really reach the heart forward. Maybe you draw the left heel towards your seat and just play there. Or maybe you find that little bit of a lift. But even playing kind of in this perchy pose is a great place to be. This is a major hip opener, so even staying with that opening of the outer right hip is a great place to be too. So then we'll go ahead and walk through it on the other side. We'll turn around. So find your chair pose. Draw the left knee towards your chest, place it on right thigh. Bring your hands to heart center. From there, walk your hands out in front of you on the floor, on the mat. Get super grippy with the hands. Wrap elbows towards each other. Draw elbows back like chaturanga arms. Then lean forward to hook the tricep, or to rest your shin across your triceps. Hook left foot on right tricep. Reach your heart forward, and maybe you peek the right toes off the ground. If you get there, find the lift in the back of the right leg. Lots of little places to play along the way. Lots of little stages to hang out with. When you're ready to let that go, take a big breath, And just come to lie down on your back. Bend your knees, separate your feet as wide as your mat. Let your knees just windshield wiper left and right, left and right. And then let them find stillness. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take a big breath. And a big breath out. And one more like that, big breath in. Coming back to the breath. And a big breath out. Slowly gather one knee and then the other knee in towards your chest. And then gently just rock and roll your way up to sit again, finding a cross-legged seat. Sit up nice and tall. When you're ready, float your hands to heart center and just take a moment of gratitude for yourself and for your fellow classmates for showing up today. I am so grateful to be able to share this practice in this space with you, even when we're apart from each other. So thank you so much for joining today. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine. Be safe. Be healthy. Namaste.